afternoon, good evening, good night, to wherever you are, any part of the globe. This is the Atmosphere for Healing, a special program that brings alive the healing ministration of our man of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. But I just want to first of all say, taking this time and opportunity to thank him, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert, for granting us the privilege and the platform to be able to share with the rest of the world that which God is doing through him. So thank you, sir. But I have with me in studio, especially on location, here live from the beautiful city of Harare, Zimbabwe. And we are in studio at the iconic Hippodrome. I have a special guest with me with a powerful, amazing testimony concerning diabetes. I know this is prevalent around the world, but when it comes to Africa, sub-Sahara is also really on the increase. Statistics show that over 24 to 25 million people suffer from diabetes in Africa, sub-Sahara. So this is something that is prevalent and is happening. Now, we have a very powerful testimony of someone that has been healed from that medical condition. And the person is with me in studio today. So I will ask my guest to introduce herself to you. So please introduce yourself.
My name is Priscilla Mzari. I live in Chitungwisa in Harare.
Wonderful, wonderful. So welcome, Sister Priscilla, actually to the program, The Atmosphere for Healing. And it is important that the rest of the world understand exactly when things happen, especially when healing takes place. We know this is a miracle. This is something that God has done to you through the ministration of our man of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. So thank you for being in studio and willing to share with us your testimony. So tell us, when it comes to diabetes, you know, some of the effects, some of the struggles and problems that you encounter when actually you are suffering from diabetes. We want you to tell us that. But at the same time, we want you to start by telling us exactly when did this sickness start?
2018.
2018.
Yeah. So when you are suffering from diabetes, mostly you lose weight.
Yes.
You forced to not to eat sada.
And then salsa, a lot of people out there might not know salsa, like but salsa is the staple food in Zimbabwe. So imagine, suffering from a medical condition that you are forbidden or prohibited, from eating the staple food. So I know that is a real severe impact on your diet. So so tell us some of the things,
So you be forced not to drink tea with sugar.
That's right. So a lot of things
you be forced not to do.
So a lot of things really changed in your life, And 2018, now we are in 2024, so you're talking about 6 years. You suffered this problem. And so at home, tell us again, some of the work you used to do, how you were managing with the family life.
I've got 5 kids.
Right.
So the first one now is turning 25. So he's the one who will be helping me for the work while I was sick.
So it was also taking a toll on the kids. Yes.
Yeah. Also in the other kids.
So every part of your life was affected. In the diet, as we spoke about it, you couldn't drink tea with sugar, obviously, and the staple food, salsa, you couldn't eat, and a lot of things. So besides the diabetes, because I know with that, but other thing when it comes to acid food, how was it like too?
I was suffering from acid.
Acid as well.
Yeah. So mostly I don't even drink fish drinks.
Yeah.
Even you are not allowed to eat tomatoes.
Wow.
They will spike the acids. So mostly I eat chicken without tomatoes.
Like almost tasteless.
Everything. I don't even put tomatoes in my meal.
Wow. So it's like you were suffering from acid at the same time suffering from diabetes.
Yes.
So there were like 2 medical conditions that you were going through at that time.
Yes.
So life was really difficult for you then.
It was really difficult.
And you talk about the weight loss. And I believe before the diabetes, really attack, you were someone vibrant. Yeah.
I was weighing 120 kgs.
120 kgs.
Yeah.
Wow. That's really someone really overweight. But and because of the diabetes, you lost weight.
Yeah.
Completely.
I lose weight.
So, I mean, we get an insight of how your life was like, going through or suffering from diabetes. But that was before the encounter with the man of God.
Yeah.
That was before meeting the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. But after you met him, I know things changed in your life. But before coming to that, I want to speak to someone watching us now. It's important that you understand this testimony is so powerful and amazing simply because someone that has suffered from diabetes, and diabetes is prevalent around the world, as I said. So many people suffer from it, even when it comes to America, Europe, Asia, the Middle East, then of course Africa, where we are speaking from, is all over the world. But the good thing here is that this lady, Sister Priscilla, decided to say, my condition, I believe, will be changed simply if I can really link and get connected to the prophet of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. So wherever you are watching us from, distance is no barrier when it comes to the realm of the spirit. Our man of God continuously emphasizes that simply because there are a lot of things that he does sometimes on social media platforms, whether you are watching from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, we are watching our television networks around the world like Miracle TV, GoodNews TV, from Fiji, from the Caribbean, from Africa, from Europe, from America, Middle East. We are all over the world. So it is not by accident that you are watching this particular program called The Atmosphere for Healing. All I want you to do is to make sure that you are connected to the prophet of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. And surely your testimony will never be denied.
God's Medicine, authored by Prophet Uebert Angel. In this book, learn how to receive divine healing and, equally important, how to keep it. Immerse yourself in this teaching by Prophet Angel, a man who has a very potent healing ministration that is seeing multitudes receive their healing from all manner of ailments around the world. Order your copy from www.howard-browne.org or from Amazon Kindle.
Now, back to you, Sister Priscilla. With all these things happening, now tell us at the point where finally you say, well, you have tried everything medically, I believe, but it was still going away. You were still living with diabetes. Yes. So tell us at what point you decided to say, this time around, I want to meet with the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert.
I was invited by my friend.
Right.
When I met at the hospital.
Yeah.
That is last year on November.
You said last year, talking about 2023, November.
Please come at my church. You'll be healed.
Wow.
So that is when I started coming here. There's a healing institute that is on February. So then I registered online.
That's right.
That was on February. So then I came here on February, on the 18th.
Because the registration for the Healing Institute for 2024 beginning was going to happen in February, and particularly on the 18th of February 2024, which is a Sunday. And there's going to be a healing session during that time where the prophet of God, Prophet Uebert, was going to definitely minister. So you register for the Healing Institute.
I registered for the Healing Institute on that day. Then I came here, and when they...
That particular day. So when you came in, before we come to that point, when you came in, I believe the atmosphere was charged. The prophet of God was present. He was in the building. You enter his entire environment because he carries his own environment. Yes, Sister Priscilla, a lot of people out there need to know when the prophet moves, there's an environment that he carries. So when you enter the environment of the prophet, in that environment, there's healing that is available. So tell me, how did it happen with the Healing Institute? I believe because when you register, you came in, they have to make sure that you are there. You have to tell them that you are there. So with all that was happening, tell me what was happening step by step.
When I came here, I registered my name at the table.
Right.
Then my sugar diabetes, it was 13.
It was 13, the reading at that time.
Then after that, I came in the church. Then the prophet, Uebert, angel, come and touch my head.
You were in queue. I believe because when they heal your placard, written on the diabetes and acid. Yeah. So that was that was what you were carrying at that time. Yeah. So tell us, did the prophet physically touch you?
My head, then I fall down. Well, then.
You mean when the prophet touches you, immediately the unction of God, hits you and you fell on the ground?
And I fell down.
Wow.
So I picked up some ashes.
Yeah.
Then they ran with me to the table.
To that table, we have medical doctors. Yeah. Actually, they're doing the examination, they're doing the testing. So qualified medical doctors were there. Yeah. And then when the people, the ushers helped you, aided you from the ground, and they carry you to the medical desk where they tested you. Yeah. And what happened there?
They tested the sugar diabetes. At that time, the sugar dropped down to 7 mils.
Before encounter with the prophet, it was 13. And when after the encounter, it dropped down to 7, just half completed to normal. Yeah. Wow, that's power exchanging hands. When the product, before you come further, I want to speak to someone because I'm so excited about your testimony because millions of people suffer from diabetes and there might be some washing out. I want to speak to you. Whatever the medical condition, whatever the situation that you have, that doctors thinks it is not curable simply because for them, they have reached the limit. But I tell you one thing, there's someone that I know, no other than the highly esteemed prophet Uebert. When he touches you, they are bound to be the shift in that medical condition, and your testimony is surely going to come forth. Even as you are listening to the testimony of our sister Priscilla, you too, your testimony is coming forth. Wherever you are, all that is required, get connected to the prophet. And obviously, you too will experience the power of God from whatever direction it will hit you, and your testimony will be sure. So they tested you, and now the sugar level completely dropped to 7. Wow. Since then, when you went to the hospital or you did follow checkup to just see that whether this thing is real, have you tested yourself different places?
Every day at home, I've got a machine. Even today, I tested it before I came here. Right. It was 6.9.
So
sometimes it dropped down to 4.5, 3.9 sometimes.
So in other words, it's now normal. It's not normal. Since your encounter with the prophet of God. And what's about the acid? Do you drink or eat tomatoes?
I even eat tomatoes, fizzy drinks. I eat everything.
Powerful. And then no more dizziness, no more fatigue, nothing of tiredness. And at home, you are doing the work normally like you used to do before the diabetes. Everything had turned normal.
Even from here to town, I can just...
Wonderful. Well, powerful. It is simply because you encounter the prophet of God. He carries an environment. And we are excited about you. And I believe someone watching over there will really understand that there is power that is resident in the man, if we can say. No other than the highly esteemed prophet Uebert. Because these testimonies, they are not common. These are miracles happening simply because of the touch of the prophet of God to this last dispensation. So powerful. So make sure that you are not left behind. Get connected to the prophet of God. And your testimony, as I said again and again, will never be denied. So tell me, because a lot of people are watching. This testimony is so powerful. Everything that you couldn't do for 6 years, suffering from diabetes and acids, today, simply because you encountered the prophet of God from February 18, 2024, your whole life changed for good. Everything now is normal. Someone is watching us out there, and they will say, well, I want to be, like Sister Priscilla. Maybe they will be suffering, or they are suffering from diabetes or any kind of a medical condition. Can you speak to that person, please?
Okay. Well, people out there, please don't hesitate to see the man of God, Uebert Angel. Me, I'm very happy. My life changed. And now I can do everything. Don't hesitate to speak to the man of God, Uebert Angel. You will be healed. When man of God preaches, that word can help you.
Powerful, powerful. You have heard it. She said, these are the things that are dead. Even before the encounter with the prophet of God, I make sure that I get connected on every social media platform, because I know there's no distance in the realm of the spirit. And as I get connected, my healing, I'm pulling it, and surely my testimony will come forth. It will manifest. Thank you. That's powerful. Now, I just want you to also speak to our man of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. Do you have something to say to him?
I just want to thank men of God. I thank you very, very much. You have changed my life. Now I'm a happy mother, and my children, they are very happy for me. Through you, men of God, you have helped me so much. I just want to keep praying for you so that you will heal more people that will be suffering from diabetes like mine. Please, men of God, help others who are suffering out there. Thank you.
I know sometimes it's emotional, but it's good that you say it to people watching, because knowing that there's healing available, the moment you encounter the prophet of God, it reassures you that all hope is not lost. So I want to speak to you again and again. This time around, you have heard from our Sister Priscilla, that suffered from diabetes and ISIS for 6 years until she met the prophet of God, and her entire life shifted. It changed. Diabetes gone, ISIS gone. She cannot eat salsa. She cannot eat tomatoes. She cannot drink fresh drink. She cannot drink tea with sugar. Everything that was not there before has been restored, simply because of the encounter with the prophet of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert. So wherever you are, let that be your responsibility. And make sure when you are doing it, do it with expectancy. That if I can get connected to the prophet of God, my healing, I believe, will be received. I believe my life will be restored, and I will never be the same. And surely you will have a testimony. At this time, we also want to take again and again the time and privilege and the opportunity to thank our men of God, the highly esteemed Prophet Uebert, that has granted us this platform to be able to share with the rest of the world that which God is doing through his extremities, through his hands, through his presence, carrying the atmosphere and carrying that environment where when someone enters, definitely they are bound to get healed. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. And our viewers, we want to thank you for viewing, for making sure that you are watching the programs. Episodes upon episodes will be coming. And we want to thank also our partners wherever you are. Those partners with the Healing Institute. As you know, the atmosphere for healing is being brought to you through the kind courtesy of the Healing Institute. So thank you for being a partner. And before we leave, we just want to say a big thank you to everyone that has been supportive of these programs. As more episodes come out, make sure that you are following and that you are watching, because by so doing, your testimony will be coming. And now I just want to say thank you again and again. But until then, we are not out of the good news in this place. We're just simply out of time. My name is Pastor Moses, saying bye-bye for now, and good news to you until next time. Good news. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Receive your healing at the Healing Institute with Prophet Uebert Angel. Register for free at www.healinginstitute.org.